Welcome to my garden. One of the wonderful things about having a garden is to have a water feature. And I decided to put in a clay pond because I wanted to have a pond that was as natural as possible. One that didn't plastic or rubber liner or nor made out of concrete. So I chose clay, natural earth clay. The clay that I used was clay that from a potter's shop. I used all their scraps and blended them all together, and I simply dug a hole about 4 feet deep. And after I had dug the hole, I took the clay and lined the hole with the clay about 3 inches thick all around it. And I put some stepping stones in there made out of just basic concrete mix. And so I could set those on there for me to step into the pond so I wouldn't be stepping into the muddiness of the clay itself. And as I filled the hole with the clay and sealed it around the edges, then I added water. You can see that there's water in there even as I was still adding more clay and bringing up the sides, so I could see about how level I had made the edges with the clay. And earlier on, you may have seen that there were raccoon tracks in the pond immediately. Raccoons have enjoyed it a lot, and as the frogs, and I've had tadpoles already in the pond. You might even be able to see a tadpole here. Here the pond is nearly completed and has aquatic plants, aerating plants, water lilies, some water hyacinths, and I also placed some mosquito fish in there, about half a dozen of them that a friend gave me. They're Florida native fish, and they have actually had hundreds of babies now. The pond has been there several months now, and the plants have grown in. The water lilies are actually growing in pots submerged in the pond, so their roots won't just go crazy in there. So if I ever want to take them out and repot or rearrange the plants, it's easy to do. And the aerating plants are simply floating in the pond. And the wildlife have really enjoyed it. I see birds coming there to drink, raccoons come in there and bathe in it and tear it up. It all settles and comes out fine in the end. I've seen a brown water snake in there. I think he likes to eat the fish. And all the tadpoles have now turned to frogs and have hopped away so far. And I didn't introduce them, but also some snails. 2 types of snails have actually appeared in the pond. So that quickly, here in Florida, I've attracted a great deal of wildlife and created a spot of tranquil beauty in my garden. I hope you enjoyed seeing the pond and the beauty that you can create, and all without any electricity or extra pumps or filters. I've made it as natural as possible, and I'm enjoying it immensely. Hope you enjoyed seeing it. Thank you for joining me in my garden today.